You see?
Hello.
The eyes? Yeah.
Oh, she blinked. I think she winked as she farted.
Yeah. Smiling.
What's up, you guys? So today is chat time. I'm making a salad. Gonna have it with quinoa and salmon. This like really cool spice we got from the Xoxo. I'll show it to you. So this salad I'm making for dinner is avocado, cucumbers, onions, lemon, and I'll show you as I put the ingredients in. Some cheese, some bulgur cheese, which is basically like the Middle Eastern version of feta cheese, and some salt and honey just for flavoring. I want to talk about something that's been on my mind a lot lately in light of like the whole prego brain and just like feeling so drained all the time. And for like little things, like every little thing takes up so much of my attention. Like it takes up so much of my attention to go on Twitter or to go on, I don't know, YouTube even. You know, I love YouTube. I love like watching other people's vlogs, but I get so easily overstimulated when I consume other people's energies. You know, a lot of us are like this. Like a lot of us know that we're like this, but I think a lot of people are like this and don't know that we're like this. You just think that there's something wrong with you, but you just are maybe very, very sensitive and aware of other people's energies, and you get overwhelmed with other people's thoughts, feelings, whatever's going on. And the instinct is to, like, you know, when you're scrolling through TikTok, for example, the instinct is, oh no, like I need to watch more and consume more because if I don't know what's going on, then I won't know. And you just are learning about all the things that you don't know about. And, you know, the instinct is always to just consume more of other people's energies, oftentimes, when really you should be consuming less and you should be thinking about it less. You see someone in the street and they look at you funny, like, the instinct is like, oh my God, like, what are they thinking? What are they doing? Whatever. And really, it should be, so here's a little mini baby avocado, because I have so many like avocados that are not ripe. Today we went to the Xoxo and we asked them for a ripe avocado. So this is what they had. The instinct is just like to get deeper into like these thoughts. Oh, what are they, what is a person thinking? What's going on? Whatever, you know? Whenever you find yourself anxiously thinking about other people, what I found is that the solution is almost always to take a breather and take a step back and like not consume more of their energy, because that just means that you already consumed too much of another person's energy. Too much of like, what are they thinking? How are they feeling? Whatever. I actually, like, I noticed this in myself, but I noticed this in other people too. There's a lot of people that, and it oftentimes happens between people that both parties have this like instinct, I should say, where I've noticed that I have a lot of like beef with people that I don't actually have beef with. People that I just, for whatever reason, became overwhelmed with stuff or didn't have time to like respond to their message, and they like were like, oh, like, why didn't you answer my message? Why didn't you answer my call? And then all of a sudden I had beef with them because they thought I had beef with them, but I really didn't. Like, I just didn't have time, or I was distracted. And I was talking about this with Andrew, like in DC, this was very much the case. Like a lot of guys have this too. It's not just women, and especially actually with guys. There was a lot of guys in DC. I was a young single girl. I was very active and open in politics, and a lot of people knew me at the time. I was like a little bit famous, you know. I was always getting invited places, and guys, you know, if you're a girl in that environment, it's just, you're just bombarded with young men that are going to be texting you, calling you all times of the day. And oftentimes, because from their point of view, they they would see it as like, oh, if someone texted me, I would text back right away. Like a guy that doesn't really have as much stimulation that he's being bombarded with. Oh, if a girl texted me, I would text her back right away, unless I hated her or had beef with her or something like that. So that's kind of like the perspective they would hold. And they would apply that to me. Whereas like for me, if I didn't answer your text right away or ever, it probably wasn't me ignoring you. It probably was that I was overstimulated. I was bombarded with messages and I just don't have the time. And like there was a period of time when I had literally over 1,000 messages, unread messages in my phone. And I remember even back then, sometimes friends from the past, friends from a time when I didn't have as many messages in my phone would reach out and be like, why are you ignoring me? Why aren't you texting me? Whatever. And they would like sort of start beef with me. They would act as if like I slighted them, or I had some kind of fight with them or something. The reality was I had no fight with them. I wasn't even thinking about them because I was just overwhelmed, overstimulated. Because like them, I am very sensitive. I notice people's energies, and I was just busy noticing all that people's energies in my life that were surrounding me. At the time, I would get wrapped up in other people's feelings too. I would feel so guilty, like, oh my God, I'm so sorry I didn't text you. And I basically would not get things done. I would not be able to survive. I was broke. I wouldn't be able to like focus on my career, focus on life, focus on dating, focus on anything, because I was so busy as a young 20-something female, just busy catering to the insecurities of everybody around me. Why didn't I text them back? Why didn't I call them back? Why didn't I, am I mad at them? Just all day long answering, are you mad at me? Are you mad at me? Here is salad. So you got cucumbers, avocado, and now I'm gonna add some onion. So it's just like really exhausting, and I feel like a lot of people have this. Oftentimes it's the same like, are you mad at me kind of people that are like, will also get this too. So I will think that, like, oh, are they mad at me? Do they hate me? Right? I'll be doing that, and then conversely, I will receive that too from other people. Are you mad at me? So, this is really for like everybody, all parties involved. Nobody is owed your time, first of all. If someone was mad at you for some weird reason, that would very much be like a problem on their part, and that would be not something that is on you to figure out. Like if for some reason, like someone was, you had a friend and they weren't answering your calls, texts, whatever. They weren't wanting to hang out. They were cooling off on the hanging out or calling or talking, texting, whatever. And if it was because they were mad at you, then it's kind of on that. They're kind of weirdos, right? I'm gonna go and get a cutting board. 9 months pregnant, due in like very, 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 very short order. So, and I know that for your first baby, it's like really common to have late labor. Like it's very common for the baby to take longer for your first one. So I'm not expecting the baby to come out right on time. Onions. Kitchen is still messy because we're still kind of, working on it. So it's oftentimes gonna be both. It's gonna be the same people that are like, are you mad at me? Are you mad at me? And like kind of driving me crazy. Like those people, like it drives me crazy because when people are like, oh, like, why aren't you answering me? Like, are you mad at me? Oh, like, and then like kind of like creating a problem that wasn't there. I'm just so tired of it. So I really do actually avoid those people. And so then it does become, oh, I'm mad at them and I am avoiding them. So it drives me crazy. But it's two sides of the same coin, because if you're the kind of person who gets really wrapped up in other people's guilt and emotions and whatever, you're oftentimes going to be the kind of person that does that too. You're going to be the one overthinking it. So those people, the "are you mad at me" kind of people, are oftentimes going to also be the ones who get that from other people too. Like, it's kind of a cycle. I forgot olive oil. Put some salt in our salad. Andrew's watching me, or kind of, I don't know if he notices me vlogging. I still feel like self-conscious to vlog in front of other people because it's such a personal thing. It's literally like for like a really long time, it's been my personal diary, and all of a sudden, like now, I'm getting used to doing it in front of family members, friends, and I want that. I want to get used to doing it because I want to also get used to doing it in front of our kids. Like, my life is basically transitioning from being this like lonely diary girl to having a family, starting a family. So I really want to get used to. So now I'm gonna put some lemon juice, squeeze lemons in here. I want to really get used to doing this in front of family members, including our future kids. Pull out my camera, film it anytime. The main thing that I want to say with this vlog is that you don't owe anyone your mental, emotional energy. Especially if you like have a life and you have things that are important to you in your life. Like, hey, I want to be a world famous ice skater. I want to be a mommy. I want to be a whatever you want to do. I want to focus on my health. Whatever it is that you want to focus on, that's your precious life. You have only one of it, and it's very limited. You want to make money, focus on your making money, fall in love, whatever it is that you want to do with your life that belongs to you. You don't owe that time and attention and energy to anybody else. And I found that like one of the biggest lessons I would tell my younger self is like, gosh, stop wasting so much of your energy and time on like guilt over other people's feelings. And the thing is, it's a mirror. Like, the more you obsess over, I look like such a pregnant lady. The more you obsess over like other people's feelings, the more those people become pressured to like obsess back on your feelings about their feelings. And it becomes a cycle of like people wasting their time. You're wasting other people's time. They're wasting your time. Why? Why is everyone wasting each other's times? You know? That time could be better spent on the things that you love that are important to you. For me, right now, that's building family, having fun, making art, building life. You know, I'm less like obsessed with trying to make money on my own because I'm relying on Andrew. And so it's actually really nice. I just really love not having to worry about my bottom line while doing all these things. So I get to cook, and it's not just cook like, oh, like make something stupid. I get to experiment, make all kinds of different stuff. I get to practice piano, and I do get to also focus on my website, my vlog, like things that could make money, but it's not really, I'm not like hustling it anymore, you know? It's really nice. That's something that I just felt like I spent my whole life trying to do, and it was like an uphill battle. Like I felt like I was always trying to explain myself why I needed to like focus on my career, focus on making money. And a lot of people I've noticed, like with young women who are like trying to survive, like they're trying to make money because they're just trying to survive because it's rough out there. You know, they're like worried about their basic survival. I noticed that a lot of people don't have sympathy for women because they're like, oh, you're just like gold digger, you're like a hoe. You just like, oh, you just want to focus on your career. Oh, screw you, you know? Like I see on, you know, I'm on a very funny corner of Twitter where like there's just a lot of young guys that are constantly like berating women who are single, who are like, you know, trying to get by. Like these women are trying to get by. They're just like barely getting by, trying to survive financially, career-wise. And it's just all these like young guys that are like, oh, like, look, you focused on your career, now you don't get to have anything, like, you know, rip. And it's not like these women were trying to have a career instead of living a life. It's that like it's hard because you have a biological clock when you are a woman, so you kind of have to hustle like 20 times faster than a man, unless a man were to come over and say, I am gonna take care of you financially and take that burden off of you, which honestly in Western countries, like that's not really a thing. Like it's not something that generally happens so easily, you know. The Western culture is not like, from what I've seen, very conducive to like, the men are just not doing that and the women are not expecting it. You know, there's this general expectation that like we're all the same, even though we're not, and the women are expected to like hustle at the same pace as the men, which is a bad idea because if you're a woman, you have a very, very short amount of time to hustle up before you can, before your time to focus on family starts to run out on your own, you know, having your own family. So anyway, that's just a totally different subject that I often wade into. Your time as a young woman is so precious, and like the one thing I would really tell my younger self is stop wasting it getting wrapped up in other people's energies. And I notice it in other young women also, is like, you should be learning from your male counterparts, because the guys are like the opposite. The guys are like, they do have the time actually compared to their female counterparts. Like the guys do have the time. They can have the luxury of like going out and focusing here, there, and other people's energies or whatever, but they don't, because they actually value their time. I would just tell my younger self that her time is so precious and she doesn't owe it to anybody. Her time, her attention, energy. My sister, my younger sister is like kind of in that phase where she's constantly getting approached by guys. Guys just want her time all the time. And a lot of times they feel entitled to it. No, it's not a guy thing. Girls are like this too. I've seen with guys too. Like girls will expect them, why don't you text me back? You know, people feeling entitled to your personal time. And, you know, having beef with you if you don't text them back right away. Here's my salad, by the way. Cucumbers, avocado, onion, lemon juice, salt, honey. I don't really deal with this so much anymore, and I feel like it's because I've gotten older and there's something about my energy. I really do feel respected in my relationships, like generally, like once in a while. It doesn't happen so often anymore. Like I generally feel pretty respected. I'm gonna try this. Okay. Not bad. Final ingredient, cheese, before we throw the salad in there and mix it in with quinoa and make some salmon. Like people just don't do it to me so much anymore. And I think it has to do just with my age and the energy that I give out. It's like a more adult kind of energy, like I'm doing my thing. Today, like, and I feel like I don't get this problem as much It's more just something I struggled with when I was younger. Like, there's this guy from my, a family friend from childhood that, like, messaged me a bunch, and I like, literally, it's been, like, weeks or something since I messaged him back. And when I messaged him back, I was like, and he called, and he was just trying to get a hold of me. I've just, you guys know, I've just been so out of breath and tired, and it's like I can't talk on the phone so much. And I responded to him, sorry I didn't answer your call. I was out of breath. And that's all I said. That was the only explanation I gave. And it was so easy. He was like, oh, LOL, I totally feel you. You're pregnant, whatever. It was just so easy. It wasn't, I didn't feel any conflict. I didn't give, when I was younger, I would have given such a deep explanation. I would have said, like, oh, like, I'm so sorry. Like, I would basically just tell them my whole life story and everything as to why I didn't answer. Or I would feel so ashamed that I would not even respond forever. I would just, like, ignore them completely because I would feel so ashamed and, like paralyzed with what to even say. I find that as I get older, I'm able to be more nonchalant about it. I'm able to, like, not get wrapped up in what might the other person think or feel. And it's not perfect yet. Like, really, really not perfect, but it's getting there. Could definitely see the difference between now and when I was in my early 20s, where I'm able to very, very, very easily just say, oh, sorry, I couldn't answer your call. I was out of breath. Or, sorry, I can't talk. I'm just tired. I'm tired. Which is actually the reason. I don't really have a lot of fancy reasons these days, other than I'm tired because I'm pregnant, or, and for other people it might be other things. I have a friend that works, she works, like, night shift at a hospital. She's a nurse, and in like an emergency room. She's tired. Her circadian rhythm is all over the place. She can't talk on the phone all the time. So, there's just so many reasons why you might be just tired. And it's, like, totally okay and understandable. And the other person will totally understand it too. When you understand and validate your own experiences, it's so much easier for other people to believe it too. Now it's time to throw some quinoa onto our plate. I'm taking so long to do this because I'm talking to you guys and I'm, like, excited. So I just boiled some quinoa. So throw some quinoa onto plate. This is a lot of quinoa. I don't know why I made this much. Maybe I'll put some of it in the fridge. I don't think we need this much. I think the reason why I made so much is because last time I didn't put enough. It's always like this. I'll make a lot, and then the next time I'll feel bad that I didn't make enough, and then I'll make more, and then I'll feel bad that I made too much and I wasted, and then I'll make less, and kind of like that. It be like that sometimes. I feel like there's definitely a thing as pregnancy privilege. Pregnant privilege? Yeah, there's definitely pregnant girl privilege, where you go out in the street and you're, like, limping and waddling, which has been me lately because my back actually really hurts from being pregnant. Like, it actually hurts to walk. My lower back and my tailbone, because the baby is already down in there getting ready to come out. So her head is, like, leaning against my tailbone. And sometimes she leans on one side and it really hurts. Like, really, it's, like, really sore to walk on it. And then I do, and then I look like a crazy waddling lady. So people feel bad, and, like, they just, you get all kinds of privileges. They open the door for you, they give you their seat, they give you free stuff. Like, we've been getting free stuff at the Xoxo at the market. It's like like an open farmer's market. We've been getting free groceries and stuff constantly. Just because, and then people are like asking me about it a lot, like, oh, like what, you know, how far along are you? Like when is the baby coming? I mean, I just look huge and waddly. I guess we'll just have leftovers. That's how it will be, have leftovers. I want to tell you guys about a dream I had last night. We got a lot of cheese from the Xoxo, and we got like a really awesome promo that I'm excited about. Really great deals on cheeses. I love cheese. I've just been really enjoying cheese. Maybe it's my body wanting calcium. I just love cheese. This right here is a spice that we got from the Xoxo. There's always these spice guys that are trying to sell you spices, and sometimes it pisses me off, but this one spice guy gave us a spice that tasted really nice, and he's like, hey, you smell it, try it. And he like put it in our hands, try it. And that's how they get you. And you try it and you're like, oh my God, this would taste amazing on a salmon or something. So we got it, he sold us. And I'm going to put it in here, and then I'm gonna dip the fish in it. So I got 2 pieces of salmon right here. Just cover it up like this. And there you go. There you have it. It looks like mostly garlic and lemon pieces. So garlic and lemon and some other herbs. So we got our pan right here. Take the butter and throw it in here. This is what it looks like. We got some butter, medium heat, and I'll put the lid on it so that it cooks real nice through. It's really a lot easier than I made it. It took so long because I was also vlogging and I get distracted and I get excited to talk. And last night I had a dream that I was like, we had like just moved into like a 2-story house. It was like 2 different houses, like it was like upstairs and downstairs house, and like the downstairs house belonged to my brother, and he and his wife and his kids were living in it. And anyway, we were supposed to be in like the upstairs house, and in the dream I was also 9 months pregnant, and I just feel so big and heavy right now. I literally have gained like maybe at least 1/3 of my weight added, but it just feels so heavy, and it's all like, you know, on my belly area, and I feel like boom, boom, boom. Like I feel like everywhere I step, the ground is breaking underneath me. And in the dream, I was like very pregnant, and so the dream went that I was like dancing on the top floor with my friends, and I danced too hard and caused the whole like downstairs to fall underneath me. Like, basically like I caused the top house to collapse onto the bottom house, and like the whole house like fell apart because I was so big and heavy, and that was my dream. And I've just been like apologizing for everything. I've been apologizing for waddling. I've been apologizing for like leaning on Andrew so much, because I like when we walk outside I lean on him a lot. And I feel like so guilty that I you know, that I'm like this big fat whatever, and Andrew's constantly telling me to stop apologizing. I'm just thinking about all this stuff like, wow, why do you apologize so much for taking up space? Oftentimes a lot of us are like this. We just like apologize. We just feel like we're taking up space, and we're like a burden on everybody around us. And we're like obsessed with like not burdening or bothering other people. It's like, dude, you're okay. Other people are just the same, worried about you, not burdening and bothering you. And if you do that, you're gonna be burdening other people too, because you're gonna be like obsessed with like, oh my god, are you mad at me? Did I like hurt you? Did I hurt your feelings? Did I like whatever? Blah blah blah. And before you know it, you've taken up all that person's time, causing them to worry about you worrying about them. So I'm going to check on the salmon, and I hope this was like helpful, informative for all of us, all of you, the overthinkers out there that are like, oh my god, like, is Pardis mad at me, or is so-and-so mad at me, or did I, you know, like just thinking about every single possible scenario in their head and obsessively thinking about the interactions they've had with another person or the thoughts that another person might be having. You're like doing the biggest service to yourself and everybody around you and in your vicinity and in your world when you take that time and energy back for yourself and focus on like what's important to you. What do I need to do to have the best life ever? If people have time and are like in their best energy, then great. If they don't, it's on them. I'm gonna also try to get some of my piano playing because I've been practicing this piece that Andrew told me about, that he said it's a video game piece, but it sounds so nice. I love it. And it makes me want to play video games. So I'm gonna play some of it for you guys at some point. There it is. You got the salad, you got the quinoa, salmon on top with the spices. What do you think?
I think I'm very excited to eat.
Yeah?
Yes.
I'm torn between Walter de Maria's The Lightning Field and here. Clams to casino. Why did I let myself be happy for 10 minutes?
Hey, Ray. Look at you, all out and about being social. Though I can't say a